Right, it's nearly that time of year again for the Cathedral Quarter Arts Festival, now in its 25th year, and Sean Kelly joins us in the studio. 25 years, can you believe it?
25 years, Robin, where's the time gone?
Exactly, and of course when you started off the Cathedral Quarter, it looked very different to what it looks now.
Oh, it's amazing to have witnessed the transformation of the Cathedral Quarter over 25 years. I mean, it was literally tumbleweed down here after 5 o'clock in the evening. There was a couple of pubs. There was the Duke of York. The John Hewitt just had opened around that time, and there was a cathedral, and that was pretty much it, you know. And
did they tell you you were crazy for starting a festival back then?
People did scratch their heads a wee bit, but we just felt that the city needed something a wee bit more accessible. I suppose there was a more established festival, but it was kind of located in the south of the city, and it was quite expensive to go to, and it seemed to have quite a narrow definition of what constitutes the arts. So we thought, with the arrogance of youth, that we'd be quite punk rock and just start our own festival.
Brilliant. Well, you did.
We did.
Still going strong today. I was talking earlier on to somebody and saying one of my highlights over the years is seeing Camille O'Sullivan live on stage. She's coming back this year.
Oh, I know, what a star. She's become a friend of the festival over the years. I think we've presented her 3 or 4 times, and each time she just gets better.
Yeah.
She's magnetic. I've never seen somebody who you literally can't take your eyes off when she's on stage. She holds a room like nobody else can. And it's going to be quite a poignant show. She was a great friend of Shane McGowan's, and she knew Sinead O'Connor well. And she's kind of paying homage to some of the great artists we've lost in recent years.
Brilliant. Now, staying with the female artists, you've got Lisa Hannigan's coming, Gemma Hayes. You've got a great music lineup this year.
Yeah, I think music is really one of our strongest programs. Looking back over the years, I think some of the people we've got, including Lisa Hannigan and Gemma Hayes, it just came together. Sometimes you plan these things meticulously, and sometimes you get lucky, and some artists happen to be touring when you need them to be. So, but yeah, I think I'm particularly pleased with it, and I'm pleased that it's quite a diverse program with music from all over the world. So, you've got Araj Uftab, and you've got Tanara Wynn, and you've got people like Andy Irvine. So it's eclectic, and there's, it's a cliche, but there is literally something to suit all music tastes, and it's something we're very proud of.
You got the 4 of us coming. I'm always look forward to see the 4 of us.
Well, the thing is, we platform major international artists. We also want to make sure that local artists are well supported. And so the 4 of us have been an institution in Irish music for 30 years or more. We all know they're great hits, but those boys really deliver.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that they've earned their stagecraft when you see them on stage. It's in the Empire. It's a venue we haven't really used before, but it's a great old music hall, and I think that the 4 of us are going to just blow the roof off.
Yeah.
So we've artists like the 4 of us, and Anthony Toner.
Of course, yes.
He's a great artist, been performing locally for many years. But, not often has anybody sat back and give Anthony a big band that there's a big supporting cast for this show. It's in the beautiful surroundings of St. George's Church, and it's a big production number. And I'm delighted to see Anthony getting recognition after a long time just putting out quality albums, doing quality shows. Hopefully, I mean, one gig's already sold out, another's almost sold out. But I think it's time the city really acknowledged one of its own.
Oh, definitely. Now, if you like your music from the movies, there's something happening with Ennio Morricone, isn't there?
Yes, well, I'm a huge Ennio Morricone fan. It's one of my biggest regrets is I came to Belfast about 20 years ago, and I was too skint to go. But there's a brilliant 6-piece classical quartet, 6-piece bunch of musicians, including soprano and violin, piano, and they're coming to do. We did one show in Out the Lounge in the Black Box, and it was amazing, and it sold out. So we got them back straight away for May, and it's basically the whole of Morricone's career, from The Mission to A Fistful of Dollars and all the classics.
Brilliant.
And it's mesmerising.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful.
Brilliant. Tell me about some of the more unusual venues as well. There's a show that's taken over the roof of the Castle Court Shopping Centre.
We're in the roof of Castle Court. We're doing Dress for Space by Tinderbox Theatre Company. We're in the Circusville School with a great show called Vark. We're in, we've spread out a wee bit towards other parts of the city, like the Crescent Arts Centre, the Empire, the Mandela Hall. But the idea is to embrace the entire city, make it come alive, use venues that people wouldn't normally get to. And it's a city as a canvas for the festival.
Now, John Shuttleworth is somebody who's been here many times over the years. He's coming back too.
Yes. John, sometimes when you've been going as long as we have, you get to know performers a wee bit, and they become a wee bit of they become part of the festival family. And John's a wee bit like that. This is John's 40th anniversary tour. He keeps threatening to retire the character, and then but he says this is his final tour, and it's our 25th anniversary. So we thought we couldn't not have John. So we brought him in. We announced his first show in the Black Box. It sold out, and so we've added a second show on Friday the 3rd of May. But it's going to be amazing.
Brilliant. I want to mention as well the Pulp guitarist Mark Webber, because he's got a book out as well, hasn't he?
Yes, it's an amazing story, really. Mark Webber was one of the band's earliest fans and collected a massive amount of memorabilia from the early Pulp years. He's in the last few years, he's actually joined the band as their guitarist, but he's put together a beautiful kind of art book that features all the early flyers and badges and all the paraphernalia that came with the early. Pulp were always very arty, and all those artifacts look great now collected in book form. So that's going to be a fascinating discussion.
I'll let you choose two more highlights for us. What should we look forward to then?
Andy Irvine, I think, is one of the great legends of our Irish music. He's played with everyone from Sweeney's Men to Planxity. He's 80 years old, still going strong, and his great hero is Woody Guthrie, and he just travels around with his guitar on his back, playing very small venues sometimes massive venues. He's clearly not in it for the money, but when Andy sits down and plays, you will be spellbound, and that's a beautiful Saturday afternoon show in the Black Box. And funny enough, another octogenarian is Tariq Ali, who's a great commentator, political analyst and commentator, who's been at he was actually the inspiration for the Rolling Stones' Street Fighting Man.
Wow, really?
So he's going to be looking back. He's got a book out of his memoirs, and he's looking back over pretty much a 60-year career at the front line of activism in British politics. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Brilliant. Well, if they want to get their tickets, get them quick, because a lot of these shows are selling like crazy, aren't they? Yeah, they are selling out very, very fast. So, as ever, thanks for your support, Robin. The website to go to is cqaf.com. Brilliant. Well, it's going to be another amazing year. Are you still going to be here in another 25 years?
That's physically, that's quite unlikely, but I'm leaving in place a very good team. Hopefully there'll still be some, when I do move on, there'll be money in the bank and a good reputation, and the Cathedral Quarter will be continuing to thrive.
Brilliant. Let's hope so. Sean, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you.
Cheers.